So, a lot of analysts looking at this reshuffle were looking for a message that the government, the Prime Minister downwards, is serious about governance and that administration will be a priority for the government in the years that are left. They don't find that message in this reshuffle. They're making the case that a patient who needed chemotherapy has been administered cosmetic surgery and it isn't enough.
Well, I think if you make a mistake about a patient's ailment being cancer or not cancer, then obviously your conclusions about the medication would also be affected. I don't think that we were anywhere near an ailment that you have suggested. I think there were certainly very rough, skinny, itchy patches on our skin, and I think those have been treated or are being treated. But I think the fundamental health of the body has not been affected, and I think there are many factors that can that show or prove that is the case. We certainly don't feel a sense of ill health. We feel that yes, certain amount of correctives were necessary. Those are being delivered, and certain proactive steps were necessary. We are trying to take them, and we think that after this reshuffle, you should give a decent period of a few weeks and months to see how it works.
You're now, sir, the most high-profile Congress minister from Uttar Pradesh. UP goes to polls next year. Everybody is asking who will be the chief ministerial candidate of the party in Uttar Pradesh. Am I speaking to the man, sir?
No, I think that we have a very tough job to do in UP, and we are being led from the front by Mr. Rahul Gandhi, and he's shown us the way by walking those hundreds of kilometers in the heat and the dust, and not with none of the regular fanfare that you get in political gatherings, meeting farmers directly, reaching out to them, getting into their homes, and that's a very important message. And I think that's what we need to do on the ground. Some of us have to be here for a while. We are ministers and we have to serve in government as well. But there is ultimately a ground responsibility that we have to deliver.
But surely if you were made the offer of representing your party and being its face for chief ministership, a face the Congress desperately is looking for and a credible face it needs to fight this election against Mayawati, would you be up for the challenge, sir?
We are being led by the CLP leader and the PCC president. That's the tradition of the Congress party. We don't aspire beyond that. We don't inquire beyond that, and we don't accept suggestions beyond that. I think we have a organizational setup. We are all pitching ourselves behind that organizational setup. That's how Rahulji wants it, and that's how our General Secretary, Mr. Digvijay Singh wants it, and that's what we will do.
One final question. You'll now pilot the Lokpal bill as it comes into the monsoon session. Anna Hazare is given a call for fast unto death starting the 16th of August. How will the new law minister handle that tricky situation? It's tough for it to get passed in 16 days of parliament. What will you do, sir?
Well, this is not the only bill we have on our anvil. We have some very important other bills as well. We have the Judicial Accountability Bill. That for the law minister is frankly more important than any other bill. But then there are some important outreach bills like the Food Security Bill that will come, the Communal Violence Bill that will come. Some of these bills are going to be extremely well received. Some of these bills will be challenged by those groups or those interests that oppose them. So we will have our battle lines drawn, and we will have to do the best that we can to ensure that what we have promised the people is delivered. Lokpal bill, of course, is a very important bill. The Lokpal bill, as you know, now has the attention of all political parties who we consulted, and the Prime Minister has received their suggestions. And I do think that there will be a fairly large area of consensus between other political parties and ourselves. So the Lokpal bill might actually pass through Parliament with a reasonable amount of ease, and then we can look back with some satisfaction.
Well, your predecessor might be sulking, but you've got a very tough task ahead of you. We wish you all the very best. Mr. Salman Khurshid, for joining us this evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.